Today we're going to defend a Darkness Falls Horde base with only a melee weapon by using the most narrow block in the game. Stick around to the end to learn all the tips and tricks you need to use to build your own melee base. You'll be slicing and dicing zombies in no time. Welcome, survivors. This is Eerie Night and we are going back into Darkness Falls. This time I want to build a melee only base. That means no guns or crossbows, tacobear. There are a multitude of ways I could design this, but I'd like to meet two key criteria. The first is I want to use a new core block outside of my usual go-tos that will act as a filter to reduce the number of zombies I have to melee simultaneously without getting overwhelmed. And two, I want to exploit fall damage. As we won't be using any electric traps either, I'm going to make up for the lack of damage output from traps and guns by exploiting the fall damage. If zombies can fall through the aforementioned filter or by me poking them off, they'll take that fall damage and die over time. So first, let's find our block to filter out some zombies. I've touted the use of half-sized pillars in the past, or the quarter triangle plates, and other such shapes as shown in our 21 blocks that make zombies fall flat video, but I don't want to use those here as they can be a bit too good in making zombies fall. I do not want to make this an AFK base. I want some melee action, meaning some zombies need to reach me while forcing others to fall. Let's construct a test setup so we can try out some different blocks together. Whenever I've used the pillar shapes in the past, I've always placed them such that the zombies cross over the length, but what if I place them vertically? Will zombies see it as a path? And if so, will they all run across or fall down? In our first test, we'll be using the 0.025 meter middle block. I'll place rows of 3 all the way down to our platform. Hold on, not sure if I'm allergic to bees. Better be safe than sorry. Okay, let's wrap that up and spawn our first guinea pigs. Guinea zombies? What the heck? Are they not interested in eating me? I feel rather insulted. I might not be as delicious as Taco, but damn it, I need you all to behave. Okay, maybe Darkness Falls was acting goofy. I restarted things and I'm ready to try again. Still uninterested. Jeez, I'm now very insulted. What if I hop down and spawn one in just to be absolutely sure the game is not broken right now? Okay, there we go. Okay, it seems we've reestablished our connection, so let's try again. Well, after all of that, it appears they do not see it as a path. They are immediately rushing to our platform or beating on the stairs. Perhaps they feel they can destroy the platform easier than just walking across. To rule that out, I will add some more blocks to the platform and try again. Nope. Same deal. I'm confident now they do not see it as a viable pathway to us. Time to try a new block. I'll quickly remove these shapes, and for our next choice, let's go with the pillar 0.025 meter centered. I'll do the same thing and place a row of 3 all the way down, spawn some zombies, and watch. Well, they are confused as in the previous tests, either beating on the stairs or rushing to the platform. That's no good. Maybe these are too narrow. Let's double the thickness and go with the pillar 0.05 meter one. Now when placed lengthwise, only the middle and centered pillars are seen as a path. The corner ones, like this one here, are not seen as a path by zombies because, I don't know, reasons? But maybe when placed vertically, it's reversed. Where the middle centered ones have failed, perhaps this can succeed. Although, zombies are still not eager to run across. But hold on a second. What if instead of doing a row of 3, I do a single column of pillars across? Doesn't make sense why that would work, but you know, well, let's just test that out with the same block. And yeah, no effect. Although these are the corner variants, what if I go back to the center type? I'm going to place a single column of these again and let it rip. Hold the phone! Holy cow, it seems like that worked. However, it's a bit too easy for them to get across. I want some of them to make it, not all of them. So the question in my mind now is, did this test work because the pillars were thicker than the earlier tests, or because it was a single column? I'm going to retry the 0.025 meter centered block, but this time just do a single column. And oh my god, I can't believe that actually worked. It seems having no adjacent pillars side by side is actually a factor. That begs the question, can we make this work even better by having the size? Time to go with arguably the narrowest block in the game, the 0.0125 meter shape. It's difficult to see, so hopefully the zombies have better eyes than I do. And it appears they do. They're actively trying to cross over with a bit more frequency of them failing to do so, which is exactly what we want. We only want a few to cross at a time so we don't get overwhelmed. I think we have our block, folks. With our chosen block, it's time to construct our base. Recall that our second key requirement is we want to leverage fall damage to compensate for our reduced damage output. So we need to build this sucker high enough, but not outrageously high. The concept of this base is it should work for like your third or fourth or fifth whatever horde base, something that can easily be built within a few weeks time. I'll keep stacking some Q blocks for the stairs. One danger we want to avoid is after zombies fall, creating a short enough path for them to reach the stairs again. So I'm going to add some side stairs going toward the fall position to make their lives easier. I don't want them to fall and start beating on our base. We'll run the rest of the main pathway through the middle and go a bit higher so we can get adequate fall damage. To save on a bit of height, we can dig down so they will drop extra distance that way. Also, by digging down, we can prevent them from beating directly on the support column after falling. Got to protect it at all costs. Except, as it turns out, I'm the greatest threat. Plot twist! Anyways, let's carve out some space down here and put some blocks to map this fall region out. It will not be very long, as the vertical path itself from our stairs to the position won't be long as well. So I want to reduce the amount of required materials, and because if I make it too long, more zombies will fall. I want some melee action after all. The concept is very simple. Zombies will run up the stairs, and when they try to cross the pillars yet to be placed, they'll either fall from their clumsiness or by me poking them off the path. And they'll fall down here in the little red cube. Definitely to make some stairs out of that thing. Ah, stairs, looking good. Now it's time to build our main fighting platform. Nothing fancy, just some cube blocks, and up top, we can now place our vertical 0.0125 meter centered pillars. We're going to place 3 columns, but separate them with an empty void in between. That should meet the single column criteria, I think. Wow, they're really hard to see. It's amazing zombies see this as a path. Not sold on the color choice yet. I think I'm going to change that and make it more visible for myself. And also, for the hell of it, I'm going to put in a grenade chute just for demonstration purposes. You can pretty much use any kind of ramp block with a steep enough slope. Here, I'm going to go with the arrow slit half ramp block because it has a cool groove running down the middle, almost like it is guiding the grenade along. Place those to form a continuous ramp all the way to your outer wall. You'll need to use the ramp tips to fill in the gaps between the shapes. I like to make those a different color because I think it pops out more. Once you make the ramp out to the hole in front, build up blocks around it and leave an opening so grenades don't get caught when throwing them down. The rest of the build is very straightforward and trivial and can be done to personal preference. Here is my final design. Up the stairs we go, zombies will path along up the single block wide staircase, and at the top it opens up a bit wider. They'll need to cross the pillars and drop down. At the bottom, they'll hopefully not beat on the pillar supporting the stairs and instead run back up the ramp for more. Our entrance is in the rear of the fighting platform, up a ladder 2 blocks above the ground, out of the reach of zombies. Up top we have our fighting position with 3 openings, 1 for each pillar path. The melee position is constructed using scaffold and thin windows. Up top we have spikes to kill off any vultures. With our base complete, it's now time to give this one a try. Cue taco montage. Hit it! Well, that was lots of fun and quite effective. This base absolutely works and prevents you from getting overwhelmed without using guns or electric traps via the vertically placed pillar 0.0125 meter centered shapes. I'd recommend, if using this on a later game stage horde, that you'd want to make it higher for more damage or dig a deeper pit. And you probably want to make a longer pillar pathway to drop more zombies. If you wanted, you could add some laser turrets to deal with demonic healing as well. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content and want to see more. A special thank you to all of our wonderful patrons whose generosity keeps the channel going forward. On that note, this is Airy Knight over and out. See you all in the next one.